Today is Tuesday, the 17th of March, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and this is the view out my window. Well, my goodness, these last few days have been eventful, haven't they? I mean, we've had money injections, we've had stock market crashes, we've even had silver and gold bullion falling through the ground, sinking, there's the word, sinking deep into the mud. I mean, we are now pretty much looking at a nationwide quarantine, lockdown. They're talking about how to distribute food while you're in quarantine. And meanwhile, those of us that are really being careful not to get infected are surrounded by many who just don't care, who are just, why can't I party? I mean, you're just being a downer, for goodness sakes. So we are America, for goodness sakes. We are the land of the free and the home of the brave, and we have a lot of foolish in there too. And normally I'm one of those first people that say, you're not going to tell me what to do. But truth is, I'm looking at this and I'm scared, and it makes sense to me to just shelter in place and avoid contamination, because you get a whole bunch of people all infected at the same time and they've all got pneumonia or worse, and you're just not going to get the best treatment at a hospital unless you've got the bucks to go to a private hospital. And I don't know about you, but I'm just not one of the 1% of the 1% that can afford to do that. I also do not have my own personal, bunker to bunker down in. But, my apartment is comfortable. It's well stocked with food. And I'm just going to avail myself of the comforts of home and just chill and do a little cooking and a little knitting, and definitely communicating with the children. And, because just because you're sheltering in place in your home doesn't mean that you can't Skype or, text or whatever that you want to do. And you can get caught up on some of those UFOs, those unfinished objects that you've started and never finished. By the way, I have one of those. It's a sweater that I started knitting when I was pregnant with my third child. I never finished it, and suffice it to say, he's in his mid-30s right now. So yes, let's get caught up on our UFOs and maybe cleaning out the closet or uncluttering. There are so many things on our to-do lists that we have put off, and we could really get caught up on a lot of stuff, or we could get caught up on some bonding with our family. This I just see as a fabulous opportunity to, maybe you can start an online business while you're, sitting in your house for 14 or 40 days, whatever this ends up being. You have the time, especially if they push through this paid leave time. That would be fabulous. And just, if you're one of the lucky ones, take advantage of the opportunity. It's a golden opportunity, and make it count for something, for goodness sakes. And if you have the resources, make sure that if you're ordering takeout and having it delivered, well, tip that young person or that older person, whoever your delivery person is. They're out there. They don't have the luxury of staying home that you do. So let's be a little generous to them. And I noticed that Ryan O'Neal and his wife Blake, they donated $1 million to a food bank today. And if you have the resources, well, that's a good place to put it, because the food bank is going to make sure that the people that need it get the food. And they do it in an efficient, economical, cost-effective way. So there are lots of ways that we can channel charity at this time, while at the same time protecting our health and ourselves. And also we can increase our bonding and our communication, finish up products, or start new businesses. I mean, there are so many things that we can just do with this extra time, that it appears that we're going to be enjoying. Hopefully you're going to enjoy your time, because we are going to be curtailing many of our entertainments that we normally may have indulged in, like movies or going to concerts or sporting events. So this year will be, don't think of it as being restrictive. Think of it as full of unexplored opportunities. And let's make the best of it. And let's hopefully have some fun and stay healthy and not expose ourselves any more than necessary, to the possibility of infection. And, who knows, maybe you could even start teaching some classes online. Start one of those t-shirt selling businesses, t-shirt design or design coloring books for adults. Those sell very well. There are so many opportunities. Just think of it as golden opportunities to explore. And some of us, yes, we have to work from home, but still we're saving on the commute time. And so let's just, sorry about that. That's my buzzer here in Japan. So let's just explore the opportunities. And, I know we can't visit nursing homes or retirement centers, but that doesn't mean that you can't make a phone call or you can't Skype or FaceTime. And, people are going to be depressed. They would really appreciate you reaching out to talk with them, even if all you're doing is chatting while you're both knitting on the other end, it's, or crocheting. Just don't isolate yourself. I know we're physically isolating ourselves, but that doesn't mean we have to socially isolate ourselves. And, if your thing is going to have after dinner drinks, well, have the drink in your house and your friend can have the drink in their house. And you can all be on Skype or FaceTime and just have a good time without all the possibility of ending up sick with astronomical health bills. Although I am glad to see that they are trying to push through free virus testing. It's going to take them a while to gear up to get those test kits out to everybody. I know they said 1.5 million test kits, but it's not like they're going to just fly over and drop them from an airplane. So let's think on the positive side. Let's think how we can make this an excellent opportunity to, increase our networks, increase our friends, increase our communications, and let's just not be Debbie Downer about this whole thing, because it is a good thing that is being done, these curfews, this quarantine, the isolation, because wouldn't you feel horrible if you were the person that was infected and you spread the infection to somebody else and they died? I mean, that would be a horrible feeling to know that even by accident that your selfishness, your inattention had killed somebody. So I wish you all the best. Please stay inside and stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.